Recognize, I want known and unknown the boss. I'm tell you me a rep boy. Blazing TV review. I represent for Blazing TV. You don't know the latest in the world. Check them out. You see it? Yeah man, YouTube them man. Like and share, subscribe. You get the latest what going all over the world. I feel away how Jamaica it now run right. I feel away how artists fight. I feel away. Yo, check out the thing. Blazing TV, unknown the boss I represent for.
Welcome back to Blazing TV, viewers and subscribers. If it's your first time on this channel, please subscribe at the end of this video. People, this video is an update on the Khanice Jackson murder. A press conference by the police revealing his confession. Some terrible things, people. You have to watch this video to see. It's heart-rending. Also, WhatsApp messages to prove Khanice's boyfriend Kevin had sensed danger, a red flag, and he had warned Khanice, but something blinded her eyes. She trusted this man, people. You can see that she trusted this man, and it led her to lose her life. This man is so cruel and evil. All he is thinking about is the flesh, people, the flesh, and carry out his heinous, wicked act, people. He confessed to the police. You will hear in the press conference all the stuff that the police said. Taking her back to his home, telling her he left toll when he wanted what he wanted, the full joy of this young little girl who could have been his granddaughter. And she disagreed with his dirty acts. He strangled her. People, he do it as early as 7 to 9, they say. Leave her at his house and go to work, people. And later, he disposed of her. He tried to dispose of her in 3 different places. People, what kind of man is this? This man deserves the death penalty. This can't be a plea guilty and getting a few years. This have to send us message out there. They got to make an example out of him. Look, people, read. This is this is Khanice's boyfriend message, Kevin Williams. I do not trust Robert. What don't you understand? I cannot have you around people I don't trust. What if you meet in an accident? Khanice said, why are you being so sensitive? Khanice is, boy, people, he was sensitive because he see danger. He see a red flag, but she couldn't see. He said, what if you meet in an accident? I don't trust him. How will I reach you? This young man cried so much, people. This break my heart and break a lot of people's heart. This is so heart-rending to know if she had just listened to her boyfriend. You know, sometimes people, we are so stubborn and we think we know it all. But they always say 2 head better than 1. Yes, people, 2 head better than 1. And not because we think we know it all. We can listen. When somebody says something to us, hold our meds on it. See if what they say makes sense. Take precautions. Because if she had listened to her boyfriend, this is another message, people. Look at it, people. How will I know you're safe? That's what Kevin Williams said to Khanice, her boyfriend Kevin. And Khanice respond, look, driving with him is safer than a taxi. No disrespect, but the fact that I am the one getting myself to work on time in the mornings, safely, and coming home. You don't have a right to tell me what to do. People, what kind of thing that kick in? See, you don't have a right to tell me what to do. She was blinded. She trusted this man. She think this man can take her to work safe. You see what she said, people? He's traveling with him is safer than a taxi. Yes, people, no disrespect, but the fact that I am the one getting myself to work on time. She want to reach to work on time. And she believe with all her heart it is safe to travel with him. Even though later on she tell her mom that this man was putting questions to her, want to be in something with her. And now she's saying that it is safe to travel with him. So all when he do that, she still trusts him. She trusts him. People, this is what Kevin had said. I don't like this Robert person. I don't want you around him. I have said this before. Yes, people, can his boyfriend say, I don't like this Robert person. I don't want you around him. I've said this before. This is why the guy is crying so much. He feel the pain because he had won her. But again, this man let this little young girl trust him. You see what Khanice say? Hon, you need to give me solid reason. She means solid reason why not to trust him. But he had given her the solid reason. He said he don't want her around him. Big trust. Trust is a big word. There's a red flag right there. And look what the result is, people. This is why it hurts so bad. And this is sometimes people say if you could turn back the hands of time. If only she had listened to her boyfriend, people. We can't be stubborn. Somebody say something, think about it, discuss it. She could maybe discuss it with her mom. And her mom would put in her 2 cents whether her boyfriend is right or wrong. You can't be hard-headed. Trust people. People will lure you in, trick you up, and act as if they are so humble. And she trusts him as a father, as a grandfather, because he's 50.
St. Catherine at 7 a.m. for work. She did not turn up for work, and efforts to contact her were unsuccessful. A report was made to the police, that's the Caymanas police, at 8 p.m. that same day. As a result of the report, investigation into a missing person commenced and the appropriate protocol were established. On Friday, the 26th of March, 2021, the body of a female was discovered at the Whole Fishing Village in Portmore, St. Catherine, that is in the vicinity of the Dyke Road. The body was later identified as Khanice Jackson, who was reported missing.
Yes, people. They got to make an example out of this
50
one.
years old mechanic of a Portmore address and employed to Bowler's Motoring World was charged with the murder of Khanice Jackson, accounts clerk of a St. Catherine address and formerly employed to Polyfoods Limited located in Crossroads. The circumstances which led to the arrest and charge of Robert Fowler is that on Wednesday, the 24th of March 2021, Miss Khanice Jackson, aged 20 years old, left her residence in Portmore, St. Catherine, at 7 a.m. for work. She did not turn up for work, and efforts to contact her were unsuccessful. A report was made to the police, that's the Caymanas police, at 8 p.m. that same day. As a result of the report, investigation into a missing person commenced and the appropriate protocol were established. On Friday, the 26th of March 2021, the body of a female was discovered at the whole fishing village in Portmore, St. Catherine, that is in the vicinity of the Dyke Road. The body was later identified as Khanice Jackson, who was reported missing. Investigation led the police to Crossroads, where Mr. Fowler was taken into custody. After further investigation and interview, the police was able to recover a number of physical items, including a handbag suspected to be that of Miss Jackson, as well as a banking card and other physical evidence. The accused also gave a caution statement that was recorded in the presence of his attorney. It is to be noted that based on investigation, the victim was killed between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. in the morning that she left for work. After the postmortem result, it will be determined if additional charges will be preferred against the accused. I want to point out at this time that during the investigation, the accused actually took the officers to a number of locations, including a location somewhere in Portmore, where he indicated that he tried to dispose of the body of the victim, but for some reason, he actually removed it from that location and took the body to the location where she was discovered. He also took the police to an address in Crossroads where he claimed that certain items of clothing were disposed of. When the police went and searched, it was not discovered, as we believe that it could have been taken by the garbage collectors. Investigation continues. I also want to point out that a piece of garment, a chamois to be specific, was also discovered, which is very critical to the investigation. He will appear before the court on the 9th of April 2021, where he will answer to the charge.
DCP, can you clarify, when you visited his home, were there items that were identified there as well?
Her handbag, a bank card, and other physical evidence, which I don't want to get into, were actually identified at her home. And I also want to point out that when the initial report was made, we were told that the person that she might have had contact with was Robert Fowler, who used to take her periodically to work whenever he drives a motor car. In addition, I want to clarify, based on our investigation, that there was no intimate relationship between the two parties. Our understanding that it was just a pure platonic relationship that existed. On the morning of her death, our investigation also revealed that Mr. Fowler had actually lured her to his home under the guise that he had forgotten to take a piece of equipment that was relevant to his trade as a mechanic rather, and that's how she ended up being at his home in Portmore.
So in the caution statement, was there evidence of motive established?
Well, based on what we were told, that there was an argument, a dispute, and he got upset and she was strangled. That's the way he actually strangled her. He used a piece of a rope. And just to say that, without giving away too much, that a similar piece of rope was actually found at his house. And he admitted that, yes, the victim was strangled, albeit he may have given a different account as to where the incident happened. But we believe, based on our investigation, that it happened at his home. And the body remained there until he returned from work. He disposed of the body in a Nissan Caravan that he actually drove.
In relation to the quality of the investigation and the prospect of more charges, when are we likely to hear of whether or not more charges are to come?
As soon as the post-mortem result is received, that will determine, in terms of whether additional charges will be preferred. As I can say without any conclusive evidence, we suspect that she was assaulted, by the accused. Sexually assaulted by the accused. We are also looking at, the whole issue of this phone will be interrogated to see what we can get from that phone to support our investigation. And we believe that we will get critical information and coordinates to assist us. And I must commend the officers for the swiftness in terms of bringing the matter to a conclusion. I know that they spent several hours, despite the view that is held. I think the officers responded well to have brought us to the conclusion that we receive, and I will say that we will ensure that an airtight case is presented with a level of dispatch and urgency. This is one case. The outstanding material will be supplied within short order. We are paying special attention to this one, and we have to, whatever we need to fast track will be fast tracked so that justice can be served. We believe that our women must be protected, and as a law enforcement body, we will have to do what is necessary to send the right signal, and we have no doubt that the criminal justice system will also send the right signal that we do not tolerate assault on women and as a matter of fact, assault on anyone. And when we brutally murder our people, the law must send the right message, and the system.
People, this man is a beast. This man is the wickedest of all time. Look at him. He look like her great-grandfather. You saw his picture there, where I say, Poe. People, this man lured this little girl in his house, make this little girl trust him. And this is what he do to the little girl. He plan it, people. He plan it. And this can't be the first. Then when the sister called him, he come with a little story about he and man was fighting at the bus stop. And he left she and man at the bus stop trying to find an alibi where he was and what have you. And the wickedest part of it, people, he left her at his home after he strangled her in his house, go to work and have a nice time with his co-worker, and come back and try dispose of her body. What a evil, wicked man. Where is the love? He don't have any children, any mother, any sister, any cousin, no family member. People, this can't be the first time he do it. No, people. Well, we all need the authorities to make an example out of him. People watching this one closely. We know Jasmine Dean have been missing for so long. And we hear a little thing that some boyfriend, girlfriend were jealous, but this is allegedly. And she's the one who carried out the act on Jasmine Dean. Well, that's allegedly. So we hope that the police are investigating. But this man, people, this man, Robert Fowler Bakra, this is no confession and plea bargain. This man is to go to the gallows. This man can't get any life sentence. This man must be disposed of. Yes, people. This can't be like those ones who get away so easily with their wicked crime because of a plea bargain. Yeah, they plead guilty so they get small amount of time. And we are watching this one closely to see what's gonna happen to this man. Will he wanna have a lawyer? What is it? People, what is he doing with a lawyer in this such a wicked, heinous crime? What he's doing with a lawyer, people? Really? This man don't need nobody. This man need to be put to the death penalty. Because, my God, I just want to say condolences to her family and to her boyfriend, Kevin. And boy, there's no words that we can say for them to keep strong. But let us all pray for them, people. And we gonna watch this one and see how it